Hello everybody and welcome back to Muddling Through Minecraft. I am Niceberg and it is great to be back here in this world with you. We started this episode finishing up the river project, and I didn't just fill in the river back there. We'll grab some free cam here because I'm out of rockets. But we also manicured the river all the way up towards the base here. Added some land in here, gave us a little bit more real estate to work with. You can see some of the sand and gravel in here where the coastline used to be, and it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. As part of that, the boat was shifted up towards the base as well, and I actually prefer it where it is right now compared to way down over in this direction. So that looks pretty darn good right there. We'll have to take these pillars, these support pillars out at some point because they look kind of silly. What you might also notice is that I am in iron armor. Yes, I am. I think this episode is really going to embody the Muddling Through Minecraft name. And what I mean by that is mistakes were made. Lots of mistakes were made. Choices were made, decisions were made. I tried to do a lot of stuff, and none of it really worked out. So we're going to take this episode one task at a time, and I'm going to share with you just what the heck was going through my mind and how things turned out. So we're going to go kind of clip by clip and place by place. I don't know if all this happened in the order that I'm going to present it to you here. But it all happened at some point, and it was pretty messy. So I hope you enjoy this episode. We're going to start right after I finished the river project. I really wanted to get away from the base for a little while and do something just a little bit different, go on an adventure of some sort, and, well, I'll show you the rest of the footage. I want to continue one of our collections that we have kind of left neglected for a little while, and that is our armor trim collection. And so we are going to fly out, see if we can find ourselves some ruins of some sort, and get ourselves another armor trim today. I flew out over here. Yeah, there it is. I was flying out over here earlier and saw what looked to be a pretty interesting structure. Thought we could go check it out first and then move on from there. It's almost got like a little bit of a ocean temple vibe to it. And so, yeah, here we go. We've already got some suspicious sand right here, so we'll go ahead and brush it off. Looks like a pottery shard for our first suspicious sand of this season. So that'll be good. Let's wander around, see what else we've got. Before we came out, I did put respiration on my helmet, so we should have lots of extra time to kind of get around over here. And fortunately, we've also got a couple of magma blocks here that'll help us replenish them air bubbles at some point. There we go. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, here's the chest. Let's go ahead and pop that open. Some wheat, some coal, and a lure 3 fishing rod. Excellent. That will go over in our boat with our fishermen for sure. Oh, there's another chest here. Check this out. All right. What's in here? More coal, some more wheat, and a buried treasure map. So we'll have to go check that out in a little bit as well. Aha, finally. What we got? A little bit of wheat. Not even worth it. And a third chest. Holy cow. We have hit a jackpot here. More wheat, more coal, another buried treasure map. Probably going to be the same one that one is. That's okay. Really, again, what we're on the hunt for here is the suspicious sand. So we'll take a quick look here. Around, yep, right here. Here's one. What was that? Oh, golden nugget. Looks like another shard coming here. So we got the shelter, and we've got the snort. I have been flying all over looking for a trail ruin. I can't seem to find one, although we have found ourselves another little ocean ruin here. So we'll dig in and see what we can find. How about some drowned? We can find some drowned. That works. Not what I'm looking for, though, that's for sure. Yet another pottery shard. This time we've got the blade pottery shard. Still have not found a trim or anything like that, but we're at least getting some new items. Hey, it has taken a bit of time. Oof. But I think we found ourselves a trail ruin here. So I'm going to light up a little bit of the space around here so that we can work on this throughout the day and the nighttime and find what we can find. Hopefully this will get ourselves the armor trim that we are on the hunt for, and also just give us a little bit of some fun things to do here, uncovering this trail ruin. So yeah. This is great. Looking forward to this. This trail ruin ended up being a huge success. We found the Razor armor trim. On the exact next suspicious sand, we got the Wayfinder trim. And then finally, later on in the dig, we found the Shaper trim. 3 of the 4 trims all in this one trail ruin. So I decided I wanted to dig this out and create kind of some sort of feature that we could visit. And I did that for a while with my Efficiency 5 pick before I decided that we really needed something else. So there you have it, a trail ruin with 3 new armor trims, and a trail ruin that I would like to dig out, that I'd like to completely uncover. But I'm tired of carrying my beacon around. We need more beacons. So it was at this point in the week that I decided that we should go track down a great Nether Fortress for a wither skeleton farm. Wouldn't that be a great idea? I thought so too. Hey, I'm going to tell you a secret before we go take a look at this footage. I did use chunk base to try and find the right fortress for us. All right. But this is the second fortress. The second fortress that I went to. I can't even tell you. This one is twice as far away as the first fortress I found, but it's going to be so much better. Behind me, you can see that I'm making a lot of progress on our fortress. But if you take a look at the hotbar, you'll also notice that I'm down to 7 levels. I did die to a wither skeleton, and now I think I've recovered. I think I did recover. I think I've recovered everything except my pants, my helmet, my silk touch pick, and of course my bow. And the bow is the thing that I really need out here to be able to continue to do this job well. Because otherwise I'm just going to keep dying. At this point, I had a choice to make. Either I continue to do some work here, or I make the 7,000 block flight home. Neither is a great choice. All right, I think we'll come and do some more proofing. There's a spot where they're spawning, but we'll come do some more proofing later on. We need to get another bow. I'm not going to be able to do this well. I'm going to continue to get really frustrated if I can't take out some of my blaze and those wither skeletons from a distance. But I do want to show you, we do already have another 3 wither skeleton skulls. Those we got while we were putting down pressure plates. Getting rid of all of the soul sand because I don't need it. What I need is the soul soil. That's what's going to go under our path. And you can see that I've got it pretty much all the way out here. I want to get the farm built before I figure out what I'm going to do with the path, because honestly, I might be able to bring the path just straight up underneath the farm to wherever our kill chamber is, basically, but we'll find out once the farm's built, you know? All right, time to go get a bow, get geared back up, and maybe hopefully we can get out here and get this farm built pretty soon. I'm willing to bet that you aren't going to be surprised to learn that that farm isn't done yet. Because at some point in the 7,000 block trek back to home, I realized I can't finish that farm without wither roses. And I don't want to make this 7,000 block trip multiple times, so I'm just going to go real quick make a wither rose farm so I can get my wither roses and then head back out and finish that farm up. The relationship between the wither skeleton farm and the wither rose farm are just fascinating to me, because while you need wither roses for the wither skeleton farm that I'm building, you also need wither skeleton skulls to spawn the wither for your wither rose farm. So there's like this weird infinite loop that happens. In that last clip, you saw that we'd gotten our 3 skulls, so I figured, hey, let's go throw together a wither rose farm real quick. I wanted this farm to be AFK because I didn't want to have to do anything. So I went to the design from Raiseworks, and as you can see here, it went terribly wrong. You're going to see my first death of many here, and here's my commentary. Good news, bad news situation here. The good news is the farm was working. The bad news is it has broken. So something is happening, and the wither is destroying the funnel at some point. And the worst news is that the wither killed me recently, and the pieces that I need to fix this are now gone. You can see all the work I've done with the water, and this was an absolute waste of time. Should not have done this way. Should have just done the AFK platform way up above. You can see I've got my spawning sphere in here. This was a mistake. It was bad, and I'm not actually sure how I'm going to get in there and fix it, because at this point, he is not distracted by anything other than me. I'm probably going to have to get rid of some of the water and try and get some Enderman back over here or something, because this is a terrible situation. And I didn't make it any better. I decided that the only solution was to reset the end and try the farm again, but that meant I needed more wither skeleton skulls. So I come back to the fortress, I uncover a crossroads, and everything goes haywire. What you're about to see here is the first of, I think it was 8 deaths that I had in the course of this, and we are 7,000 blocks away from home at this point. So you'll see many of the deaths pop up on the screen here, but I finally, eventually got my skulls, got back to the end, got the farm built, and here's what happened. You can see that I've been working hard on trying to maximize the coverage of the water and getting this whole island covered. And while I'm doing that, the wither has been over here destroying everything that I've already put together, including the soul sand blocks that it was supposed to hold up, and all of the storage and collection systems. So I think it's time that we go ahead and figure out a way to get rid of this wither. I got my Smite 5 sword and my Power 5 bow. So I think it's time that we go ahead and maybe open up some area for the wither to get distracted by some Endermen, and then go ahead and pop in and get rid of this wither. I am going to run back to the overworld and get some apples, and then we're going to do something different for a Wither Rose farm, because obviously this is not doing what I want it to do, and I am wasting a lot of time here. All right, enchanted golden apple time, and let's go get him. I got him. Oh, that took no time at all. Oh, okay. Well, this was an absolute failed experiment. I did get several wither roses from it, but overall, this was a miserably failed experiment, and I'm pretty disappointed by that. So we are going to go set up a different wither rose farm, and we're going to set up the one that goes under the end portal. I think that's an ENX04 farm, so we'll go take care of that really quickly. And I don't know what I did wrong with this one, and maybe I'll come back to it at some point, but for now, I'm just wasting too much time with it when I could be getting more bang for my buck from something that's not necessarily AFK. So, all right, I'm going to grab these chests and hoppers, though, because, I mean, hey, I could use them in the other farm. Yet again, we are back at the fortress where we will have our wither skeleton farm, because if we are building a new wither rose farm, we need another stinking wither. So I've got a little hole set up over there. This is part of the platform's ready to go. I've got a little hole set up over there that I'm going to put my wither roses down here. I've got 47 of them. I have lost the shulker that I had from the other farm, and we are going to just throw them down really quickly so that we can get some withers generating over here on this side of the platform, and then we'll come out and we'll drag them over towards our little opening over there, and we'll get our skulls as quickly as we can. At least that's the plan. It's taken us no time at all, and we've already got our first skull. That is pretty amazing. And I'm just kind of flying in and out, giving these guys time to spawn. This is going to be a wonderful farm once it gets fully operational. It is going to run really, really well. I am really, really looking forward to it. Number 2 already. Oh, man. Okay, we're going to be back putting our Wither Rose farm together again in no time. And there's number 3. That did not take us very long at all. A little bit longer than I was hoping, but didn't take us very long. So I'm going to get rid of some of our garbage here. We're going to head back to the end, and the next time that we're out here on at this farm, we're going to finish this thing. We're going to get our piglins that need to be in their places, and we are going to finish this thing. So I'm going to head back to the overworld, grab the last few items that we need for the Wither Rose farm, and then head back to the end and probably AFK at the Wither Rose farm for a little bit. It's already almost done. It's a super simple farm to set up. I just need a few more pumpkins. This is just a 15-second time lapse of the flight back from the Wither Skeleton farm, which actually took me 5 minutes and 18 seconds to complete. This is a really simple farm to set up. ENX04 has a video, and I went ahead and linked that in the description. And my snow golem over here that I was getting some snow from. Now all we got to do is spawn our wither, and then we'll come over here once he's spawned and start dropping in snow pieces, and everything will get going. I just realized I need, there is a lever here that I need access to. So go ahead and open that up. And man, let's hope that nothing goes wrong here. Here we go. All right, looks like he's in the right spot. Turn the lever on. Everything looks good, and now we just start placing snow blocks. Just realized that most of what I just recorded was probably overshadowed by the wither, so I will say this again. We got our full stack of wither roses there, and nearly 2 stacks of snow blocks out of that very first round. And so I'm going to use this barrel down here to store some of our extra snow blocks and things, and then we'll go and get several stacks of wither roses before we call this a day. So I'm going to be here and oh, I forgot to turn it on. Shoot. I'm going to be here and we're going to take care of this for a little while and get a whole bunch of wither roses for our wither skeleton farm. We'll see you after a while. That doesn't quite explain my iron armor, but it's pretty close. So I got through probably 9 stacks of wither roses in that first session at the Wither Rose farm, and then had to stop. So then was on my way back out to the fortress to get another wither, and I died. That trip is 5 minutes long when you fly, right? I was almost all the way to the fortress while laying down a second row of path so that I wouldn't hit the wall so many times. A stinking ghast knocked me off the path. Lost all my stuff again. So now I'm back here, trying to recover, trying to figure out what my next move is. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was not necessarily my favorite episode to record for, but I did have a little bit of fun putting it together for you. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to be back here with you next time. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you.